Hi there, it's Sam from pootles.co.uk and pootlesjewellery.com because it's Sunday. South Hill and Stampin' Up on Sunday, the day of the week when I merge my two working lives together. And today I have a card tutorial for you, which you can hopefully see there's beautiful gold heat embossing going on there. And this is my locket, and actually the locket came first, so I'm going to zoom in on that and show you this. So I have got our beautiful medium gold locket, which has got a matte finish to it, and inside I have the gold dragonfly, which only came out this year. I have a beautiful vintage rose, which is in gold, and then 3 birthstones, and I can't remember which month they are. June, I think? I'm not sure, but they're the beautiful purple, and it's lovely, and it's just simple and elegant. And if I twist it around so that the dragonfly is the right way up, it's lovely. This is, I've made similar combinations of this before with different creatures, insects, pretties inside, and always very, very popular. So I wanted to make a card to go along with it. So let me zoom out. Oh, actually, maybe you can see, there you go, you can see the gold embossing there a bit better. This is what happens when you film in the autumn. There's no lighting. Okay. Trying to zoom back out but not too far. So I'm going to show you how to make this card, and it's very easy. I've got the Blackberry Bliss cardstock, and you take your full sheet of card and you cut it down the length in half, and then you score it in half. So I work in international metric or international standard, but it doesn't matter whether you work in A4 or 8.5 by 11. Just cut it down the length and then score it in the middle. Then take a piece of gold foil. This is beautiful, and if you work in metric, make it 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower, or if you work in imperial, make it 1/4 inch shorter and narrower. And then the same again with the piece of whisper white that's going to go over the top of that. And that's how you get this lovely border that goes all the way around. So it's just, there you go. So you can see the tiny little bit of Blackberry Bliss, then the bit of gold, and then the white. So that's how you layer it up. But I need to stamp before I layer. So I have got my 2 stamp sets. I've got Gorgeous Grunge here, always popular, always a favourite of mine. This one here, this big splashy image here, is the one I'm going to do in Blackberry Bliss, and then the little speckledy one is the one that I'm going to heat emboss. So I've got them ready. I've got my Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just going to collect it all up in the top left hand corner and kind of stamp off the page a bit as well. So that's where I kind of just want it to go in that direction. I don't want it all over. I kind of need to leave that for a second just to dry because I want to heat emboss, and I need to dust it over as well. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to stick this down. And so I did have, there it is, my fast fuse. No, it's not. This is snail. It's not fast fuse at all. I'm saying that because my fast fuse is right there. And just take a couple of seconds to make sure it's all lined up neatly, and then hopefully this is now dried, so I can put my embossing buddy over the top, and I can bring in my Versamark ink pad and the speckledy part of the Gorgeous Grunge to get this gold. So I'm going to ink up, and you can't see it at all, and actually I can barely see it, and just go across those parts there. I'm just going to hold it up to the light and just check and see where I've gone. Now I needed a bit more in one corner, and I think that's probably enough. And what I've got here is gold embossing powder. So when I dump it over the top, it should hopefully collect in those areas. There we go. Yes, so it's collected on top of the purple, which is what I wanted it to do. Tiny bit there that I don't want. Let's pop that back in the pot, and then I'm going to emboss it all and put my heat gun over it. Right, so if you've got your volume up, turn it down. And as you move your heat tool around, it's going to heat up the embossing powder and turn it from matte to a beautiful, bright, shiny gold. It's just beginning to do it now. There we go. And then the final bit of stamping that I want to do uses the, I've forgotten what it's called, another thank you stamp set. This one here, another thank you, and it's this thank you sentiment that's up in the top corner. So I've just swapped off just taken off my previous ink pad. So back in with the Blackberry Bliss, which I suspect I need to re-ink. And then down in the bottom corner, and done. And then because I've heat embossed this, when you've heat embossed, as you can see off my grid paper, it goes very slightly warped. I don't know is the right word, but you know what I mean. So it's very slightly done. So I want to adhere it straight onto my gold cardstock, rather than elevating it, which is one of my favourite things to do when I'm making cards, is to use lots of dimensionals. But I don't want this to be all sticking up and what have you. So I'm putting it down flat. I do away with that problem. And that, my card done to match the beautiful locket. What do you think? I hope you like it. I do. And obviously you can change it for any season, any greeting, any reason. Doesn't matter. But thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you very soon.